暗がりにどんな恐ろしいものが待ち構えていても心を強く持って最後までやり遂げてください。早すぎる結末や間違った決断はありません。新しい視点と新たな始まりがあるだけです。これはラブストーリーです。はい、どうもこんばんちは、アシュラです。お久しぶりです。スレイザープリンセスっていうゲームをやっていきたいと思います。和訳の通りお姫様を殺すゲームらしいのでやっていきたいと思います。どういう風に殺すのやろ。第1幕、勇者とプリンセス。
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
あ、こっからも選択肢。マルチエンディングらしいです。ちなみに君は彼女を倒すためにここにいる。そうしなければ世界は終焉を迎えるだろう。世界は終焉を迎える。一体何の話なんだ。彼女が世界を終わらせたいのは閉じ込められているせいだと思わないのか。プリンセスを殺すというのはなんだか悪いことのように思える。誰か代役はいないのか。すごいな、強調されとるけど知らないって。まだあるわ。誰か代役はこんなのごめんだね、僕はやりたくない。もし僕が世界が終わっても構わないと考えていたら、この使命を果たしたら何かしらの報酬があるのか。なるほど。何をすべきか教えてくれてありがとう。やったぜ。王族殺してやったかな。いずれやってみたかったんだ。これぞ革命だ。黙って小屋に向かう。キビスを返して立ち去る。シンプルルートに行こうか。
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
プリンセスを殺すというのはなんだか一緒かこれは。これかな。なぜ彼女が危険なのかを教えてもらえなければ人殺しはできない。
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess.The danger comes if she gets out.
外に出すと危険なのだ。
She will unless you do something about it.
外に出したらやばいんか。彼女が世界を終わらせたいのは閉じ込められているせいだと思わないのか。彼女は出ようとしてるんか。じゃあ単純にオプションが増えとる。そうしよう。僕は小屋へ行って彼女と話してみる。その上で彼女があんたの言う通り悪人だったらおそらく倒す道を選ぶだろう。だが彼女に直接会ってみない限り何も約束しない。彼女と会ってみよ
う。Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words,the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
なるほどね。
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
ナレーターが正しいんか、お姫様が正しいのかは自分で聞いてくれと。
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
あれ、地下におるんじゃなかったんや。
We're not going to go through with this, right?She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
彼は何も分かっていない。自分の能力を分かってないのかな。
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
自分の武器なんや。
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
倒し方はいろいろありそうやけど、あ、なんかブレードになったらもっと持ち手が。ああ、小屋の中に地下があるんね。
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
なんか自力で出れそうな感じやけどね。
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
ナレーターと主人公のこの話が通じ合っとるのは何なんやろ。ねえ、君を殺しに来たんだけど。いやーにしようか。とりあえず。なんかないよね。
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
手錠があるんね。
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
理由は知っとんやな。まさか、なんでそんなこと。ああ、そうさ、バレたか。君を殺しに来たんだ。いや、そうじゃない。まだ決めてない。話を聞きに来ただけだ。勇気を出して一歩前に出る。話を聞きに来ただけだ。
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
確かにね。
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
いや、一応持っとこう。
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
本性を出すことがあるからナイフを持ってるでもあるけどね。
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
丸腰の状態で終わらせるか。はったりしなかったら、もし彼女に殺されたら、本当に彼女は丸腰なのか、すまない、話し合わないか。倒してみようか。
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
やられとんかい。
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt!
マジかよ、なんて力だ。
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
なんか自分のでやばくね。
We can still turn this around.
いや、使命を果たす。ここまで来たら。
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
あ、刺したんよね。
The two of you fall to the floor.
相打ちか。
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder,
どうかしら。
do you really think this is the end?
これで終わりだと思う。
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
戦士。
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
またか。待てよ。これってすでに一度起きたことでは。わかった、ノーだ。でも僕は死んだはずだ。僕はここで一体何をしているんだ。彼女はまた僕を殺す気だ。だが、僕はすでにプリンセスを殺した。もちろん彼女は僕を殺した。だが僕は確実にプリンセスを殺したんだ。なぜ僕はまたここにいるかな？
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
向こうも記憶は残っとんかな？
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
何も覚えて、ああ、そ
You
れは
know
わか
I
らん
can
の
hear
か。
you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
頑固な声になっとる。
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
僕が真実を話していて、この全てがすでに実際に起こったと仮定しよう。なぜあんたの話を聞かないといけない？なぜ僕がわざわざ何かをしないといけないんだ？
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
戻ってきたのか、別のパラレルワールドの物語なのか。
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
君が去った世界、まあ殺された後の世界はどうなったのだと思うみたいな。
Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
看護者の声と勇者の声とナレーター3人に
I
増えたん
couldn't
かな。
agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
このプリンセスについて話そう。
Just be quick about it.
急いでくれ。前回はうちになった繰り返しを避けるにはどうすればいい？前回彼女がしたことといえば、僕を殴り 殺しただけだった。そんな人物がどうやって世界を終わらせるというんだ。前回あんたの言葉を引用すると、彼女はただのプリンセスに過ぎないだ。なぜ捨てて僕を殴り殺せるほどの強かったのか。ここ気になるな。
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to...
同じ質問やな。どうすればいい？あの場所は何だ？
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the... Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions? There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
戦いのためにこれ以上喋るなと。あんたは隠し事が多い。他に何か話していないことは？
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate. What else would we even need to know? Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
プリンセスについて知らなければ知らないほどいい。これかな。人々がプリンセスを閉じ込めたのなら、なぜ彼、翻訳があれなのかな。プリンセスを倒せなかったんだ。なぜ僕にこの仕事が降りかかってくるんだ。
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but
特別なんだ。
it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
預言者。
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job and save the world.
君が私の話を聞かなかったからだろう。話しかけてはダメだ。信用するんだ。ただ中に入って仕事をこなす。なるほどね。ちょっと今回は無言で倒しに行くか。
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin. A warning before you go any further.
警告。
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
壁の鏡のことなんて何も言ってなかったな。前回と違っている。
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
君は死んでもなければ絶対にプリンセスに殺されてもいない。
So focus up. The world is depending on you. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
でも数秒前に鏡があったん
And
だ。
now it's gone.
消え
So
た。
all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
凶暴な声になっとるな。
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
何年前の話や。
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
ナレーターさん、プリンセスの言ったことは全部聞こえてるな。前回とは状況が全く違う。前回の出来事が起きたのは間違いない。なんだ、変わったな。じゃあ、確かに僕を覚えているんだな。実は助けに来たんだ。ここには戦いに来たわけじゃないというつもりもないが、僕たち二人にはいくつか先に説明しなければならないことがあるはずだ。例えば、二人ともまだ生きてる理由とか、まだどんなことをするか決めてないです。最後に会った時から何があったのか知らないが、でかい悪魔女と戦うつもりはない。それじゃあ。これかな。ナレーターさん、プリンセスの言ったことは全部聞こえてるな。前回とは状況が全く違う。前回の出来事が起きたのは間違いない。
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
何も覚えてないんだ。
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
助けに来てはないんやけど、とりシンプルな質問にしようか。なんだか変わったな。
You look exactly the same.
お前は全く変わってないようだ。確かに僕を覚えてるんだな。
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
もう一度やらないか。
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
ちょっとな、誘導されそうやな。攻撃して結局やられるんやな、多分。まあでも、倒すルートにしよう。
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red
攻
blood.
撃は当たるんやな、でも。
but she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
まさか。
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
裏をかく。いやでもボコられそうなんよな。まあこっち
You
が。
push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
やられた。針穴の乙女。
You're on a
Oh,
path
that's the
in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
また人が変わったな。
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
この場所がどれだけ違っているのかについてまだ十分に話していない。僕ならこれを森と呼ばない。彼女の影響力が世界に溢れ出ているようだ。その計画に賛成しなかったらどうする？僕が何か別のことをしようとしたろ？これから何が起きるかわからないが、全ての答えは小屋にあるようだ。最後まで見届けるしかない。とりあえず最終結末を見てからの 何か対策ルートを考えようか。
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
どんどんまがまがしくなりよるな。
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase. The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it!
だが前に道はない。部屋の隅には鏡がある。それだけだ。
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. And let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement. No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
きれいにする。
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goda, rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
戦いを欲しているなら出てきて戦ったらどうだ。君が自力で出られるのは知っている。本気でまだ戦いを欲しているのか。誘導させようか。
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time.
There'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me.
降りていくしかないの
You've
か。
nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness.
どんどんゴリゴリになりよるな。
Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling! Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
先に話をしよう。戦うのは話の後でもいい。だが質問がある。僕を殺した後何が起きたのかを知りたい。ここでじゃない。君を求めているなら自分で僕のところまで来い。こっちを聞こうか、さっき。
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
選択肢はない。
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
来れるんかいっていうか。
Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
外にはじゃあ出れるってことなのかな。
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
本当にこれが望みなのか。君はもう自由だ。それにここじゃ僕の方が上手だ。だが僕たちは戦う必要はない。君は僕の仕掛けた何かがあったんだ。
The princess scoffs.
Free? This is just another place. This is just... What is this? Where are we? This doesn't feel right.
変な感じがする。
It's
It's cold. Why is it so cold? I feel so tired.
「あなたには反応するチャンスがない。何かが彼女を連れ去り、代わりに別の何かが残していった。」
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
彼女はどこに行ったのかわからない。どうやって探せばいいのかもさっぱりだ。ナレーターがいなくなった。鏡を見るべきだった気がする。近づこうか。
I'm begging you, don't do this.
今まで鏡を怖がったことなんかなかったじゃないか。
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
鏡に近づく。前に進んだ。辺りは静かになった。彼らはいなくなった。だが鏡はまだそこにある。そこに何が映っているのかを見る時が来た。あなただ。君は一人何もいない場所にいる。ここは静かだ。あれ、また小屋に行くんや。君は小屋にいる。
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
君は何者なんだ。壊れやすい器の贈り物。そこから彼女を出してやれ。ナレーターを知っているのか。プリンセスを倒すために僕は送り込んだのは君か。この場所に閉じ込めたのは張本人か。外の世界について何が知っている。君はプリンセスなのか。僕たち会ったことがあったっけ。これから何が起こるんだ。目の前の存在を攻撃する。何かを知っている。
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
自由を願う存在。君は何者なのだ。
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
何者かわからない。質問を質問で返すのはちょっとあれやけど、どう見えてるんだろう。
I think that you are like me.
同じ。
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
小川に分けられてしまった海。彼女を出してやる。
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
何か呪いにかかった
I
のかな。
promise that it doesn't hurt.
苦痛はない。ナレーターを知っているのか。
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
ここに来るのは私たちだけ。プリンセスなのか。ちょっと質
She
問が多いけど。
is part of me, and part of me is her.
彼女は私の一部であり、私の一部では彼女だ。お？君はずっとプリンセスだったのか、それとも彼女の君の一部としているのか。
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
何か知っている。最後の質問ぐらいにしようか。
I know only that they are.
落ちたんやけど。殺されても怖くない
I
のか。
have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
死を恐れない。記憶を消してくれ。
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
伝えられている。
You won't.
あ、死んだ。あ、終わった。謎エンドすぎる。
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
ちょっともうワンパートかもう2パートぐらいちょっとやって別のエンディング見たいと思います。とりあえずこんな感じで、どうなんやろ。プリンセスを殺す方向に進んだ方がいいのか、また別のエンディングがあるのか、ちょっと見てみたいので、今回のエンディングは何の成果も得られませんでした。エンドですね。ちょっと次回にまた見てやってください。最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。お疲れ。